Let's be honest, Koreans are some of the most dedicated English students in the world. We spend years, sometimes decades, studying grammar, memorizing vocabulary, and hitting high scores on the TOEIC. But the moment a native speaker asks, "How's it going?" our minds go blank. Our hearts race. We suddenly forget everything. Why is there such a massive gap between what we know and what we can say? Today, we're going to break down the 3 biggest reasons why English speaking feels like an uphill battle for Koreans, and more importantly, how to finally break that cycle. Point 1. The input versus output trap. The first reason is our education system. Historically, English education in Korea has been focused on input, reading, and listening. We treat English like a math problem to be solved on paper. Think about it. You can study the physics of how to ride a bike for 10 years, but if you never actually sit on the seat and pedal, you'll fall the first time you try. Speaking is a motor skill, not just a mental one. Because we spend 90% of our time decoding sentences rather than producing them, our speaking muscles stay weak. We are overeducated in theory, but underpracticed in execution. Point 2. The perfectionism and grammar prison. The second reason is what I call the grammar prison. In Korea, we are taught that a sentence is either right or wrong. This creates a fear of making mistakes. When you try to speak, your brain acts like a strict editor. You think of a Korean sentence, you try to translate it, you check the tense, you check the prepositions, and by the time you're ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. This internal translation process is the biggest enemy of fluency. Native speakers don't think about grammar rules when they talk. They use collocations and natural chunks of language. We, on the other hand, are trying to build a house brick by brick while the wind is blowing. Point 3. The cultural barrier. Save face. Finally, there's the cultural aspect. In Korea, there is a strong emphasis on kimyeon, saving face, and doing things perfectly. We worry about looking foolish or being judged for a Konglish accent. This social pressure makes us wait until we are ready to speak. But the truth is, you are never ready. Fluency isn't about not making mistakes. It's about being comfortable while making them. Because we view English as a subject to be mastered rather than a tool for communication, we put too much pressure on ourselves, which leads to language anxiety. The solution: micro habits and the power of shorts. So how do we fix this? You don't need another 500-page textbook. You need to bridge the gap between Konglish and reality. This is exactly why I created this channel and my daily shorts. The secret to fluency isn't long hours of study. It's correcting the small things daily. My shorts are designed to do 3 things for you. 1. Break the grammar prison. Instead of teaching you rules, I give you ready-to-use native chunks. 2. Stop the translation. By replacing common Konglish errors with natural expressions, I help you bypass the Korean to English translation phase in your head. 3. Low pressure, high frequency. You don't need to feel overwhelmed. Just 30 seconds a day of focused, natural input helps rebuild your speaking muscles without the stress of a classroom. If you keep studying English like a science, it will stay a science. But if you start practicing it like a habit, it becomes a skill. Subscribe and let's replace one Konglish habit with a native one every single day. See you in the next one.